behind the numbers 3, 6, and 9, finally revealed. Nikola Tesla did countless mysterious experiments, but he was a whole other mystery on his own. Almost all genius minds have a certain obsession. Nikola Tesla had a pretty big one. Tesla had some interesting habits that he would do. For example, he would walk around the block repeatedly, 3 times before entering a building. He would clean his plates with 18 napkins. He lived in hotel rooms, only with the number divisible by 3. He would make calculations about things in his immediate environment to make sure the result is divisible by 3. He would do everything in sets of 3. Some say he had OCD, and others say he was very superstitious. However, the truth is a lot deeper. If you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the keys to the universe. Nikola Tesla. His obsession was not simply with numbers, but especially these numbers, 3, 6, and 9. Tesla claimed that these numbers were extremely important, and nobody listened. But why these numbers? What did Nikola Tesla try to make the world understand? First, we must understand that we did not create math, we discovered it. It's the universal language and law. No matter where you are in the universe, 1 plus 2 will always equal to 3. Everything in the universe obeys this law. There are patterns that naturally occur in the universe, patterns that we've discovered in life, galaxies, star formations, evolution, and almost all natural systems. Some of these patterns are the golden ratio and sacred geometry. One really important system that nature seems to obey is the power of 2 binary system, in which the patterns start from 1 and continues doubling the numbers. Cells and embryos develop following this sacred pattern: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. Some call these patterns the blueprint of God. Math by this analogy would be God's thumbprint, leaving all religion aside. In vortex math, the science of torus anatomy, there is a pattern that repeats itself: 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5, and so on. As you can see, 3, 6, and 9 are not in this pattern. Scientist Marco Rodin believes these numbers represent a vector from the 3rd and 4th dimension, which he calls a flux field. This field is supposed to be a higher dimensional energy that influences the energy circuit of the other 6 points. Randy Powell, a student of Marco Rodin, says that this is the secret key to free energy, something we all know Tesla mastered. Let me explain. Let's start from 1. Doubled it is 2. 2 doubled it is 4.
Good rising, Drew. Thanks for stopping in. Good rising, good rising. You enjoyed today's commentary. Put the link for this particular piece in the comments because I'm not taking credit for anything. My son. I'm supposed to make. You tell the truth, no one believes you because we're led around by a pack of fucking liars. Why is that so complicated? Trump's a felon and Biden's impeached, right? How? What? I'll stay the fuck home, right? I'll stay the fuck home. The fuck?
4 doubled is 8. 8 doubled is 16, which means 1 plus 6, that equals to 7. 16 doubled is 32, resulting in 3 plus 2 equals 5. You can do 7 doubled if you want, to which you would get 14, resulting in 5. 32 doubled is 64, resulting in total of 1.
I've been teaching this to the public, Drew, for 13, 14 years now. I discovered these things myself by accident in 2012. But there's such a thing as a fucking accident. I can't believe either side of the fence, Drew. How many people feel in that way? Is it really crazy to have no confidence in leadership?
So if we continue, we will keep following the same pattern. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, etc. over and over. As you can see, there is no mention of 3, 6, and 9. It's like they are beyond this pattern, free from
Check
it.
it. Write that pattern right there.
However,
Hold on.
there is something strange once you start doubling them.
Right?
There is no mention of 3, 6, and 9.
No, there's no mention of 3, 6, 9 in this doubling factor right here. These are the numbers these are showing you. So check it. 1 is female. 2 is male. 4 is female. 8 is male. 7 is female. 5 is male. Or I could say 1 is negative, 2 is positive, 4 is negative, 8 is positive, 7 is negative, 5 is positive. How's that for some science for you?
9. It's like they are beyond this pattern, free from it. However, there is something strange once you start doubling them. 3 doubled is 6. 6 doubled is 12, which would result in 3. Add 1 and 2 and you get 3. In this pattern, there is no mention of 9. It's like 9 is beyond, completely free from both patterns. But if you start doubling 9, it will always result in 9. This is called the symbol of enlightenment. If we go to the Great Pyramid of Giza, not only are there 3 larger pyramids at Giza, all side by side, mirroring the positions of the stars in Orion's belt, but we also see a group of 3 smaller pyramids immediately away from the 3 larger pyramids.
Albion Online is a sandbox MMORPG in which you write your own story instead of...
We find lots of evidence that nature uses 3-fold and 6-fold symmetry. These shapes are in nature, and the ancients emulated these shapes in the building of their sacred architecture. Is it possible that Tesla uncovered this profound secret and used this knowledge to push the boundaries of science and technology? Call them white and black if you want to. They are like the north and south poles of a magnet. One side is 1, 2, and 4. The other side is 8, 7, and 5, just like electricity. Everything in the universe is a stream between these 2 polar sides, like a swinging pendulum. And if you could imagine the movement, it's something like the symbol for infinity. However, these 2 sides are governed by 3 and 6. 3 governs 1, 2, and 4, while 6 governs 8, 7, and 5. And if you look at the pattern closely, it gets even more mind-boggling. 1 and 2 equals 3. 2 and 4 equals 6. 4 and 8 equals 3. 8 and 7 equals 6. 7 and 5 equals 3. 5 and 1 equals 6. And 1 and 2 equals 3. The same pattern on a higher scale is actually 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. But even these 2 sides, 3 and 6, are governed by 9, which shows something spectacular. Looking closely at the pattern of 3 and 6, you realize that 3 and 6 equals 9. 6 and 3 equals 9. All the numbers together equal 9, both ways, excluding and including 3 and 6. So 9 means the unity of the both sides. 9 is the universe itself, the vibration, the energy, and the frequency. 3, 6, and 9. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. There is a deeper philosophical truth in this. Just imagine what we could accomplish if we could apply this sacred knowledge in everyday science.
Right?
The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it'll make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its.
Really? Really makes you think, don't it? You know, I've been called a liar for 40 years. 3 months ago, people started calling me a pimp. Without an investigation, guilty till proven innocent. Then the community sits fucking silent to it. Who am I supposed to respect? Myself or your fucking silence? Explain that one to me. Trust is earned and is not free. Somehow that's a conspiracy. Right? Conspiracy. Amazing, huh? This is so very conspiratorial, isn't it? Amazing. Even he knows that? Oh my god, that's a fucking great joke. I've been saying that for 25 years. Oh shit. Good stuff, guy. Good stuff. My computer's lagging at that. My computer can't even keep up with me. My fucking computer can't keep up. It's amazing. Nobody wants to play anymore. They're feeling rather offended. What? Pretty good shit, isn't it? Just pull up on him and act like a fucking retard. They won't argue with anything you say or do. Even when you tell them that they're full of shit and doo-doo, their reactions will be caca. You know what I learned? I learned I can't believe any one of you. Trust is earned and is not free, but you all think it's free. and I need to fucking pay for you to listen. Get the fuck out of here. Huh? Get the fuck out of here. Why the fuck should I pay you to listen to the words coming out of my mouth? Get the fuck out of here. Pay you to lie to me? Get the fuck out. It's amazing what happens when one little nigga calls BS. You ain't got nothing to say about it. Fucking wild. Yesterday's headline was Trump's a felon and Biden's being impeached and Fauci's on trial for his life and nobody had a fucking response for it. And I'm supposed to respect professional cocksuckers who suck dick for a living. Get the fuck out. Go! And Draco is going to be 10 times worse than me. Sees all you silent cocksuckers saying nothing, doing nothing. What kind of influence is that going to have on an infant? What kind of man's Draco going to be? Remember, the parents and the professionals that are parrots set the precedence. You lead the way. You set the example. You're the role models that you want me to model my son's behavior after. Get the fuck out of here. "75 straight fucking days of pure silence." Isn't that amazing? Every fucking day. They never have a response for the material, the headlines, the issues, and there's never a fucking resolution either. And they got to think about it till tomorrow. Meanwhile, my children suffer today. And I'm supposed to worry about their feelings today while I think about what I said till fucking tomorrow. Sorry, don't work that way. I'll worry about your feelings tomorrow. Hey, Mandy, you didn't feed Draco at all. Never have, never will, right? Because you really respect teachers. That's a fucking joke, isn't it? You respect labor. You respect work. You care about my children so much you let them go hungry. So, I didn't teach your son, and your son taught me nothing. You're in here learning. I'm teaching. Yeah, Jack, guess who the better teacher is, Jack? Nature. And what did the government do? Criminalize nature. You outlawed it. You made it against the law to be natural. And I'm a stupid fuck for telling them for free. And what do I get for it? Right? What do I get for it? Oh, you stole my children. You stole my children. You don't respect teachers, Mandy. I'm homeschooled. You didn't respect my time, 700 hours. Get a job? There's no fucking jobs, you dumb whore. I got a job with that game store in the other room. But if I cut everybody out of my life, I'm fucking better off for it. Isn't that amazing? I don't have to worry about thieves. I don't have to worry about parasites and liars. No, Jack. A goddamn thing comes from their assumptions. They assumed that I was a pimp. They assumed that Eric was a prostitute and a fucking alien. They assumed that I was a dumb nigger. They assume a lot. Guilty till proven innocent. Crime, punishment. There was no crime. Got punished though, didn't I? And the friends and the community, what did they do? Nothing. 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 What could they be counted for again? Depended on for. None of this is taught in school. They lie about it. They hide it. They cover it up so they can use it against you for a profit. Why is that hard to figure out? Is that difficult? I don't know. Why is it goddamn difficult? Oh, what's more amazing, Jack, is the silence to it, right? That's right, Jack. If they truly thought it, then why ain't in jail already? Right? They didn't give me a ticket number. They just made a false accusation. Where's the fucking supporters? There isn't any. Never has been. They come here for a free meal because they're cheap whores. Thanks for the inspiration, Monica Cruz. Everybody operates under assumptions these days. So if I'm a pimp, then you're whores. Is that fair? And I'll operate that assumption without an investigation, and you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. Isn't that fair? They want equality. You're not fucking listening. What gave them the goddamn right to assume that I was a fucking pimp, you goddamn whore? Where's the evidence? Just someone's fucking say so. Who say so? Child Protective Services? What the fuck do they know about raising children? The fat cow that called me a fucking pimp doesn't have fucking children. Rude. Yes, I'm supposed to be happy that my children were abducted because of assumptions and slander and defamation of character, assumptions without an investigation, guilt without investigation, guilty till proven innocent. That's the complete opposite of the Constitution, isn't it? Innocent till proven guilty. Well, they never proved me guilty because they never filed a fake ticket. No citations. What law did I break? None. Slander. They can say whatever the fuck they want about you and try you for at any given time. So, Mandy, if I'm a pimp, you're a whore. And we're going to stay under that assumption. Nobody's done anything to change my mind. Have they? No. They didn't put in no time, effort, labor. They don't work. You think I figure all this shit out by accident? You don't think there's no fucking work involved? Where's your respect now? Why the fuck would I respect you? Things I comprehend are a result of 30 years of research. You don't respect men. None of you do. You respect conformity. And that doesn't work for me. What I came to realize is when the bottom nigger had enough, recession occurs. Secession. People quit. All the way around. It's the end of the social experiment, the end of the social contract. Without papyrus, paper, there is no social contract. If paper wasn't involved in your life, you wouldn't know what to fucking do with your life. And if you only realize the irony in that situation, my father made paper for 40 fucking years. See, they're trying to convince me to be a part of the mob. And the mob has done nothing to convince me to partake in it. The mob has done nothing to convince me that it's against my own interests. You cause more damage than you're worth. Society cannot solve society's sufferings. The two-party system profits off the chaos that it finances and creates. So they're never going to resolve anything. They're not even sorry they got caught. They're sorry I found out. They're not sorry at all. Are you? No. I know. You know, the amazing thing about truth is when you shove it in a professional's face like dog shit, they don't have a fucking response for it. They avoid it. They avoid conflict and they avoid chaos. They can't handle being confronted on their lies. They can't stand their ground. And when you shove the truth right in their face, they don't have anything to goddamn say about it. They need an authority figure to speak for them. They need a licensed authority figure who has permission to speak. Who's going to contradict anything that they're seeing on this screen? Nobody. Nobody. Right? Nobody. When you tell professionals that there's a correspondence between letters and numbers, they're looking to prescribe you a prescription medication because they can't cope with the information. They live in fucking denial. And silence is goddamn treason. I don't respect traitors. Can't trust them. Can't believe them. And there's a good chance this stream will get erased. Let's be real. It's part of that privilege of being underclassed and a mongrel. That's right, Jack. Right. You know, since they stole my son, I've put in 600 hours. And usually it's just like this fucking silence. It doesn't matter if it's child rape, child trafficking. Doesn't matter if it's criminality within the leadership. It doesn't matter what it is. Math. You can't have a conversation with any of these fucktards. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. I'm reminded of when I was stuck in Colorado and I asked a preacher for the time, and he couldn't be bothered. He was too tired from flapping his arms in congressional prayer, putting on a good show. After that happened, I ain't been the same since. You motherfuckers can't be bothered with truth. Anger and wrath are not the same. Hey, Jack, they stole my son and they sat silent to it. Should I be happy or angry? Happy or angry, Jack? Time's ticking. And there's no talking. They rewrote the vaccine schedule because of COVID, which was military propaganda financed with your tax dollars. Because your government really cares about your health care. Jack, my boy was born 75 days ago. Newborn. See how little you give a fuck? Never even been in my house. You operate under your fucking assumptions, you dumb nigger. You sat silent to the abduction of a fucking newborn. Oh, it's different. Oh, because you care. No, no drugs at all. No alcohol either, fucking smart guy. They offered fentanyl to a fucking sober woman, though. Why? So my baby would be high on junk? So that would justify stealing it? Piece of shit. Consent. Who fucking consented? Nobody. Did Draco consent? No. Did the mother consent? No. Did I consent? No. Hey, Jack. Cannabis is not a fucking drug. It's an herb. It's been descheduled. Let's keep up with the fucking times, you dumb. It's not heroin. It's not fucking fentanyl. It's not crack methamphetamines. It's been deschedulized, de-fucking criminalized. Your fucking excuses suck. Government doesn't care about your voice or your vote. And the elections are predetermined. Their outcomes are decided before the elections happen. Presidents are selected and they are not elected. Yeah. Well, no one in the community wanted to give me a help. No. They just sit there and stare with their fucking thumbs, them fucking goddamn Roman citizens. Sorry, I wasn't fucking prepared for birthing the fucking child myself. Yeah, fuck you, Jack. Why would I ever give you a lesson? You're a piece of shit. You feed off people. This shit cost me my fucking son. Paid in blood. Fuck did you pay again? Joke. What are you suffering from again? Because without suffering, there's no learning. You're learning from my suffering, though, aren't you? Put a price tag on it. Put a price tag on it. You fucking sellouts. Hey, Jack. You're not a man. You're a cunt. The shortcoming is in leadership. The shortcomings in education. Sitting silent to an issue, saying nothing, doing nothing. Right? That's why you have a felon as a president, ex-president, and the current president's being impeached. 2 felons. Amazing. And I'm the bad guy for telling you about it. And Fauci's on trial too. Don't forget that one. 3-for-1 special. That's a hat trick. You fucking whores. Fucking sellouts. This is why my goddamn brother's laughing his ass off right now. Serving this country is a disservice to yourself. Hey, Jack, you notice how nobody disagreed with the math? Not one. And it's not taught in the school, so they hid it. And they hid it to control you. They didn't hide it because they loved you. And I showed you for 20 years. And what did you do? I make video, I make documentary, pretty pictures, art, doesn't do anything, math. Creative people are not allowed to operate within the realm of society. It's only conformists. Homosexuals run the country. Yeah, it doesn't work hundreds of people at a time. I win one-on-one, though. That's more effective. I won 7 times in person last night, one-on-one. In front of my wife, who's from America, not from America. But I don't win with you. And it's always a finger with you, and it's always disrespect. Why the fuck would I want to teach you anything? There's no profit. You waste my fucking time. It's amazing. People like wasting my time. Apparently, you're not listening. Time is of the essence. Time is the only true currency. Time is the only real asset that you have. Your time is your only fucking money. And people like wasting my time, don't they, Jack? No, you're wasting my time. Is the law of 9 valid or not, Jack? Yes or no? Everything in the universe exists and roots in 9. Is that true or a lie, Jack? If you can't answer the fucking question, then you're a goddamn waste of my time. Time is money, Jack. 9 is the precession root of all space and time. Is that true or a lie, Jack? Yes or no? 9 represents God, doesn't it, Jack? Yes or no? Well, you're not the enforcer of the law, are you, Jack? Saturn is 9, isn't it? Yes or no? I is the 9th letter. Yes or no? You're not going to do it. And the politicians are violating natural law. You're not going to be its enforcer. You criminalized it. I didn't have a fucking choice. You kept stealing and stealing and lying and stealing. Stole my son. Is that a lie, Jack? Apathy got my son killed. People's lack of give a fuck about God and creation, natural law. That's what got my son killed. You think they haven't vaxxed him by now? Called me a pimp so it justifies stealing my fucking son. And where are my neighbors? Don't have any. Where are the supporters again? I keep asking how many drugs have they stuck in my son without my fucking consent, and nobody has anything to say about it. It's amazing, Jack. You can't establish relationships with people that will be dead by 2030. Well, there's no prosperity. And they want you to live in poverty, groveling for survival. I stopped drawing, Jack. That picture I put on the board, I drew it last night. Took me like 25 minutes. I don't draw anymore. Look at the reactions to the pieces anyway. No one said nothing. Not a damn thing. Hey, Jack, have you watched my geometry video in regards to the alphabet? Thousands of people seen it, and not one person left a tip for it. And no one disagreed with it. Not one. They just thumb it. They've been doing that to me for years, Jack. And now you got black people saying the same fucking things I've been saying for a quarter of a century. And it makes national headline news. There's no links. YouTube doesn't allow for you to share links. It's ironical to realize that two people could stand next to each other and live in exact opposite realities without knowing it. Amazing. So I sell it. Smoking it's part of the privilege. Selling drugs is more profitable than teaching art, math, or science, Jack. And you know what else is more profitable than selling cannabis? Selling video games. That's rather profitable. More profitable than this. Isn't that true? People can't deal with truth, can they, Jack? That's the truth I realized a long time ago. There's more profit in selling drugs than teaching the truth about reality. People can't deal with reality. They need prescription medications to cope with their feelings. Antidepressants for depressed people. And the antidepressants cause depression to occur. Warning, these prescription medications may cause suicidal ideation, thought processes, tendencies. Some people may actually act it out and be successful, but no one wants to talk about it. Someone might lose their fucking job. How did I figure that one out, Jack? Guess? I guessed. You like this group therapy session? It's a shock therapy session. Shock therapy. Cause a group confrontation randomly. Tag hundreds of people simultaneously. And most nobody has a fucking response. It's amazing. They never do, though. They can't handle confrontation. They don't like being contested. You mean the conscript written by King James, penned by William Shakespeare, aka Francis Bacon, those homosexuals? Did you know the Bible is the scripture for the world stage and the theaters in your living room? Amazing. You don't have to go downtown for theater anymore. Theatrics are in your living room. Now it's a competition, right, Jack? Because competition is resolution, isn't it? So I don't want to play with people. Because at the end of the day, my son suffers. Not yours. Right? Did your son get stolen, Jack? Did they make up lies about you and you went public about it and no one had anything to say? 700 hours. 700 hours in the last 2 months. Most people work 160 hours a month. I've produced 700 hours of streams in the last 2 months. Judge and be judged, Jack. If you were a threat, you would have been censored or erased. But you're not a threat. You don't produce anything that's vital to the individual that would deem you a detriment to society. You're not a targeted individual, Jack. There's nothing special about you. That's why you write in all caps. Corporate tongue for the corpse. Where else am I going to go with it, Jack? Door to door. Should I go door to door, Jack? You going to finance me then? Because you already agreed that schools weren't successful. It's not beneficial to teach 100 children to one child. No, 101 is more effective. You already agreed with that. So you're going to finance me going door to door? I was a door-to-door salesman for 6 years. Door to door. Mad at your door. Knocking. Mad at your door. Matador. I'm not your floor mat. Oh. America is Israel. America is ancient Egypt. Today's Jews are not yesterday's Jews. Yesterday's Jews forgot they were Jews today. Isn't that amazing? The real Jews are suffering from amnesia and don't know where the fuck they are, when the fuck they are, how the fuck they are, how they get here, where they're going. Who's a victim? I'm not a victim. I'm a targeted individual. Sweat is labor, which is work. I'm working right now. You're a product of my garden. I seeded you. Power of perception, power of persuasion, prince of principalities, pop in your ear, prince of pop, Lord of fries. You're the fries. You're a piece of shit. I attract shit. That's how I create. I create out of chaos. I showed you how I create. And you ran away. Fight or fright. Cognitive dissonance set in. You notice how everybody avoided the question, what gives people the right to operate under the assumption that I was a pimp? They had no evidence that I was a pimp. There was no proof. Just the slander of professionals with their projected perspective because of my wet clothes. Doesn't even make fucking sense. And to substantiate their feelings and concerns, they used a 25-year-old DV, domestic violence, from 25 years ago. And the statute of limitations is 6. Unless it's a Class A felony that you're being charged for. But let's be reminded, I didn't break any law. What gave them the right to operate this way? My stance in regards to vaccination. They didn't like my feelings, and it inflicted their feelings, so they had concerns, and they felt compelled to call DHS and file this fictitious bullshit report. And then they collaborated and conspired against the parents of the child, because that's what government does, works against the children, doesn't work for the children, works against the children, doesn't work for the parents, works against the parents. They're coming for the children, and it's a conspiracy. You're next. Who's going to get paid to say that? Nobody. Cost me my son to fucking realize it. A lot of people are getting involved now. They want it to be left the fuck alone. It ain't worth the time of day to show you how to work within creation. There's no profit in it. That's the part you're not willing to recognize. Public education is not self-education. Self-education is not public indoctrination. Indoctrination is not education. Lies are not truth. Truth is not lie. And what do they do in school? Tell you the truth or fucking lie to you? By the time you're 30, you realize everything you learned in high school was bunk and bullshit. So you essentially have to re-educate yourself because of the lies. So what was school but a waste of fucking time? And only permission to speak, approved speakers, licensed speakers. Got permission to speak, King? Consented to speech patterns is all you fucking have. Talking points, propaganda, lies. Set it for free just to watch you sweat it. Let's review some facts, shall we? Trump and Biden both support vaccination. Trump and Biden both have business deals in Russia and China. Trump and Biden both use this fucking goddamn country as a litter box. My father was in paper for 40 years. What did the Democrats do to the paper mills? Cannibalize them and scrap them and sell the parts to Canada, China. Made a large profit on currency conversion. What about the lumber mills? They went to Canada so they could save on a buck. And they made profit on currency conversion, outsourcing the labor to a foreign nation. What a great idea. And it got subsidized by your own government. That's a reflection of leadership. They actually give a fuck about this place, don't they? Outsourced 5,000 jobs. And what'd you get? You got Dollar Generals selling you Chinese labor goods. And it ain't gonna get better tomorrow. Oh. We're in a pressure cooker. Which means it's going to get more difficult tomorrow than today. Hyperinflation is a huge part of that. Debasement of the dollar and human labor daily. Human labor is obsolete. We learned about that in Twilight Zone. By 2030, there won't be any human labor. Might not even be any humans. That's fucking scary. So I don't see things getting better. You know, and they want to overly positively look at reality, but they don't have all the data. They got the positive side of the story without the negative side of the story. They left the negative out of the fuck equation, over sensualizing positive. That's why women are the men and men are the women now. It's amazing. In order for me to get rights, I'd have to run around in a fucking dress with a tiara. Holy shit. Meanwhile, I've survived a tornado, 13 car wrecks, got 2 broken shoulders. I got fucking 4 slip discs in my back, a hole in my gut, 13 shatters in my right fist. I got a torn ACL, and I'm still fucking ticking. Didn't ask you for anything because you're not going to give anything. You don't value human labor. It's obsolete. You don't value yourselves. You don't value your fucking lives. That's why I don't put a value on these goddamn streams. That's why I don't charge a fee. But they also sit there and stare and expect to think that they're not supposed to pay anything and it's just free. You're out of your fucking mind. I paid in blood. And isn't it fucking crazy that these bitches bark and bulk at me asking them to throw me $5? And if everybody threw me $5, I wouldn't be having this problem. We wouldn't be having this conversation at all. But there's no etiquette. There's no respect. The way you look at things and the way I look at things ain't the fucking same. And you don't have time to figure that the fuck out either. You got 5 minutes. And you heard 5 minutes of an hour and 30 stream, and you think you fucking know it all. How many people are going to sit through this whole goddamn stream? Fucking none. How many are going to say thank you? Fucking none. That's what I expected before I went live. You think I expect to be liked for what I do? These people fucking hate truth. Ain't that the truth? They hate it. Because they didn't learn it when they were 5. Not my fault. They always want to put fault on me. These things aren't fucking new. Everybody runs around acting like they figured out something fucking new. They ain't figured out nothing new. Everybody's suffering amnesia and they don't have a comprehension of the past. They fucking forgot it, so they're repeating it. Thinking they're learning when they're remembering what they forgot. And by the way, let's decriminalize the earth, right? Cannabis is natural from the earth, just like mushrooms, gooseberries, and other substances that you fucking criminalize because they provide natural remedy and natural fucking relief. And you can't put a patent on a fucking plant, can you? So let's make it against the law. Let's criminalize growing a garden. Boy, that makes life easier, doesn't it? And then if you go out in the fucking wild and decide I'll grow a garden out here in the woods so I can fucking survive, right? If you do shit like that, you know what will happen? Your neighbors will eat your shit, right? They won't help you with the garden. No. They won't guard the garden. No. They want to feed from the garden, though. They want to eat for free. They think this was fucking free. No, it cost me my son. I was supposed to be happy. Happy? Are you fucking deluded? How am I not a victim right now? You stole my fucking son. Your school has fucking lied to you for a profit, wasted your time, irked and jerked you around with political ideologue and propaganda, lies. Politicians do it for a living. Lawyers cover it up. Doctors seed addiction into children, right? Because slowly poisoning people is good for fucking business. If they're addicted to the medication, they'll keep coming back. So many righteous people out there, holier than thou art. What are they mad at me for again? Saying no to vaccines? Saying no to vitamin K? Because I did my own fucking research and I didn't want it. They kept pushing their fucking drugs, though. And Jack over there, assuming my child was a drug addict. How fucking respectful, Jack. Wrong. That was an organic birth. Running around under fucking assumptions, all these dumb fucking niggers. I owe you a goddamn explanation. You don't pay fucking my bills. You don't put food on the fucking table. You don't even say thank you. Fuck you. But don't worry, Jack, because you're no different than anybody else. Nothing special about you. You react in the same way as the majority do, silently. You want to say I'm the problem because you want to admit you're the problem. Moral accountability here. Moral relativity. What do I owe you again? An explanation? No, I don't owe you anything. You operate under assumption, and I proved your assumptions to be fucking false. You don't have anything to say about it. You're not going to say thank you to my son. Now you're envious, so you fucking sat silent to the abduction of my son. So that makes you part of the fucking crime. Complicit to it through your fucking silence. Silence is a sign of guilt and subjugation. You got beat down by the subject matter, subjugated by it. The king has fucking subjects. And they don't know anything about the subject, which happened to be my fucking son. They think they know more about the subject matter than myself. It's amazing. rather fucking offensive. What I attempt to try to do here is show how teachers actually have no control over their classroom. They're not morally deciding the teaching materials that are being taught to children. They have no control over the classroom at all. They're simply repeating scripture that was approved by foreign corporations. No critical thinking allowed. No use of logic. Emotions run rampant in the classroom. Express yourself colorfully. Uh-huh. How is anyone going to learn in that fucking zoo? And then the creative use of language to bypass corporate terminology. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a people. I'm a person. I'm a job. I'm a fucking function to society. I'm my occupation. My job defines my existence. Take away all the corporate language, they don't have anything to say. They have a limited reality, limited vocabulary. Definition of self doesn't start with corporate terminology. Dead words do not define living beings. How about this fucking misnomer? Did they leave this one out of your education? The dictionary is the book about life, book on life. It's the grimoire, book of the dead, for the dead. You're the dead. You're the corpses. You're the dead because you don't know about life, so you're brain dead. And the dictionary is the book about life that you really should be focusing on and not your religious dogma or your fucking culture or your culting. You should fully comprehend the words you're using before you use them. But they don't have time for that. Why would I sit here for free every day, day in and day out, to do lessons for free? Unless it's to solidify my fucking my ideas, my fucking school, my concepts that I've been discussing to the public for a quarter of a fucking century on my dollar. On my dime, off my sweat, which is my fucking salt. And what do we learn about it, Jack? Well, we learned that truth is offensive, gets you censored, gets you killed, gets you erased. There's no trophies, there's no paychecks. And the more they hate you, the more they plot to kill you and steal your children. Watch the world sit silent to it. Because it's not like it's predictable or anything. They won't say thank you. We went from see something, say something, Gen X, to don't ask, don't tell the millennials fucking anything. Sit silent, say nothing, do nothing. Way to be fucking productive. And meanwhile, this is a free therapy session. Free, didn't charge you anything. I paid for the therapy session. Put my own dollar in, which you don't want to recognize that. I financed chaos. I banked on it. I backed it. I bet you would be silent. And we're not playing for big numbers. We're playing for little ones. $1 fucking dollar. $1. A gentleman's way. $1 says you won't crack your fucking chicken heads. I've been running with that mental state for a long time. And they haven't done anything to change my mind about the math. It ain't new, it's old. And Terrence Howard didn't figure out anything new, didn't have any interesting revelations. There's a figurehead that was selected for you to disclose certain facts about reality, synchronicity, sacred geometry. I've been discussing that shit for a goddamn quarter century. Without a degree. From any fucking school. What thanks do I get, Jack? Competitive cunts like you try to dictate terms to my fucking reality? Try to control me? Try to mock me? Try to pick a fight? Conspiracy, isn't it? Right? Conspiracy. Oh, gosh. It ain't happening in here, people. I got things to myself and fucking all. I'm a stupid nigger. What is that? Run home, Jack. Peter Pan said, run the fuck home. Thank you, Grace, for the production of this. You're more useful than Jack. Always likes to run home when he doesn't get his way. Time to packing. Hey, that body count is stacking. Broken, knocking, knocking, talking, speaking. I did my own thinking. Shocking. Amazing, right? Hey, that's life in motion. That's force inertia, motherfucker. depend on those factors. But dissipation is likely to occur. They may make like a tree and leave. As soon as they come in, they may go right back out the door because they don't want nothing from this door. Tiger Grice, Blue Monday, we put out, what? We put that one out 3 weeks ago. Thank you for the production assistance, Grace. Check that out, guys. All right, there's the link to Grace. Good job, guys. Wow. Simulated reality. What's that all about, right? The hell? What? Are we in a simulation? What? No. That couldn't be it at all.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, $0.25 of $1, we passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can take everything you own, everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. They must be taken off the street. They must be taken off the street. They must be taken off the street.
Say, give me a buck, need a Gucci store. Who's your limit, you ain't good enough. All your niggas say that you lost without me. All my bitches feel like I died without me. Fucking with you feel like jail, nigga. I can't even exhale, nigga. Pussy in the-
See it. You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know. I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I
Hey, ven, la pastichi, la papaya, dura puta tú. La puta tú.
I count money, I count money, I count money. I swear in a Humvee, that's what I call y'all did.
Hey, ven, la pastichi, la papaya, dura puta tú. La puta tú.
I count money, I count money, I count money. I swear in a Humvee.
Or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple, I could be green or pink or black or white. I could be every color you like. I could be red, or I could be yellow, I could be blue, or I could be purple.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes.
So, how are y'all doing? I'm pretty.